Have you ever wondered how your memory works in a lucid dream? Maybe sometime you even cannot remember your name. It was the very first experiment in Project Elijah. We started it in the beginning of December 2018, and we got a lot of reports. People were enjoying this experiment, and it was really interesting to take a part in it. Why? We asked people to enter the phase state and try to remember their names, their age, and their address. Why we asked this? We are going to create a map of our memory that works in the phase state, and it will help us to understand how our conscious works. We've got 181 confirmed reports. There were much more reports, but every time we try to see fake results, imagined results, sometimes people just don't understand what the phase is. Believe it or not, but in 24% of all cases, people experienced problems with memory. So almost every fourth time, people could not remember some obvious things. And the most important thing here is that it strongly depends on the method of entering the phase state. For example, if you enter the phase by the direct method, when you lay down without prior sleeping and enter the phase state, people experience problems just in 9% of all cases. But when you enter the phase upon awakening, it is the indirect method. They experience problems in 21% of all cases. And when you become conscious while dreaming, it is disaster, because every third time people experience problems with memory. So if you use the direct method, it's only 9%. If you become conscious while dreaming, it is 33%. And there is one strange thing. For example, for beginners, problems are normal in 28% of all cases, but for people with 100 and more, it is 42%. I have no idea how it is possible, but I see these figures now and I don't understand it. Maybe there's some mistake, maybe we have not enough of data, and in the future we will be able to understand it better. We didn't see any significant difference between genders, so men and women experience the same amount of problems with memory in the phase, and we didn't see any difference between our memory and how phase ends. For example, you may fall asleep, you may just wake up, you may experience false awakenings, and there's no difference between how your memory works and the method. So consider all problems as 100%, and in 29% people remembered false address, in 5% false age and address, in 2%. It was hard for them to remember their address. They were able to remember it, but it was hard for them. It is 50%. Hard age, 7%, and hard everything, 7%. As we expected, address is a less important thing for our memory, and that is why people experience problems with it much more often. So, what's the outcomes of all of this? We have to state that our memory doesn't work well in the face. Sometimes we cannot remember just where do we live. Another interesting thing that it strongly depends on the method. It is obvious that when you become conscious while dreaming, you experience problems with memory much more often than using other methods. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't use this method, becoming conscious while dreaming, but you should be ready for problems. Don't forget that we are going to perform a lot of experiments in this direction, and we will try to create a map of our memory in the phase state. Don't forget that you can participate in this project. Project Elijah will help us to understand everything about this phenomenon.